Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Chef Lethal Plays Path of Exile slow walkthrough series. I'm Chef Lethal. Let's get it started. I have a couple things I want to cover first. First of all, on our played, I've got about 23 hours almost on this playthrough, and we're in Act 10. Just as a point of reference, my new character that I just made for the League that was just launched a few days ago, I'm at like 6 hours, and I'm already in Act 5. So there's a lot of significantly different. It's going pretty difficult over there. If you've seen the live stream, a lot of dying. So it's been a challenge, but I'm making do, making some changes. Things are going still okay, and now I have to remember what in the world we're doing here. It's a challenge with doing two separate things here, but I think we're okay. We just started Act 10. We haven't actually done anything here, right? So let's begin. We need to go to the ossuary, find Bannon, to the cathedral rooftop, and save him. This is a pretty easy one to do as far as the location goes. So this should be fine once this loads in. I have a bit of a personal story to share with you since you're here. Do I have Righteous Fire on? I do not. Okay, so I have to do routine blood work today. Oh, wait, hold on. I want to make sure also I've got... Okay, basic... No, I need the Let's Play filter. Oh, I need to update the Let's Play filter because of the new League mechanics and stuff. Okay, I'll do that. That should be fine. Yeah, this should be okay. I'll see what drops when we go in here to the Apex. There's Bannon. So we're so over leveled, it's just fine. I gotta remember what all my buttons do. Yeah, this is fine. W is fire trap. Okay, just making sure I had that right. I still feel like some of this stuff shouldn't be dropping, shouldn't be showing, but I can update the filter another time. Alright, so we have to go meet him at the docks. Let's just go ahead and do that. We're right here. But yeah, I have blood work later, and it's at 10. Right now it's basically 8:30 right now. I don't feel like I've ever been more hungry in my entire life. I'm so hungry. It's not fair. It is not fair how hungry I am.
Bannon.
Oh, what do we need here? I'll take the quartz flask.
Now that you have returned, and we have managed to
I did not need to do that. I already have one.
Than it is before.
Okay.
Greetings.
Let's just... Oh my gosh, I'm clicking on everybody. Let's keep going. Lots of things to do, but it shouldn't actually take too long. Act 10 here is not known to be one that takes a really, really long time. So we'll just see how it goes. Plus, I mean, it's just... We're just going to be running through everything here. As I mentioned before, the new League mechanic, it looks like it has pretty much messed up the Righteous Fire Juggernaut pretty bad. So that's just something to keep in mind. Oh no, I don't think the item filter is working at all. I have to update that. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be getting too far in this playthrough. But I do think that I'm pretty committed to the fact of if we get to a decent point, you know, and you know the views are still happening and you guys are still enjoying the series and everything, I may just start a new character with RF again, because it's still just like it's a little bit more in depth. The new version, it's maybe a little bit more challenging, but I think overall it'd still be pretty easy. And so we could do that, run through the campaign again real quick, or as quickly as we can, explaining everything again, in case you missed any of the first episodes, or if I describe something better the second time. you know, we can look at that and still do Righteous Fire. Especially since I'm having such a hard time on League Start. I don't need to kill any of these monsters. I don't know what I'm doing. Since I'm having such a hard time on League Start with my mine throwing build, I don't know if I really want to bring that to the Let's Play here. So something else to think about. There are other builds that I think could be easy as well that I also want to play. So maybe I'll do that instead. There's one called Explosive Arrow, which is really popular and looks really, really good. So I may investigate doing that instead of the new version of Righteous Fire. But it's still so early in the league that it's difficult to say one way or another. You know, does the new Righteous Fire work well? Are people enjoying it? Are there other builds that could be considered better for a new player? But hopefully, if you're watching this along, I know there's at least one of you that are watching along at least, and maybe relatively new to the game. You might be able to be not quite 100% beginner and can do a little bit more of a challenging build. Okay, I'm gonna let this guy just die. I gotta change my item filter. I created one for my... the parse parameter has exclusive on the way there. Okay, let me see if this will work. Because I created a filter just... yeah, it's still not working. Okay. This is gonna be an after episode situation. I gotta figure out what I want to do with the item filter here. In fact, maybe when I get to the next waypoint, I'll change it up. Oh my gosh, I forgot I have Leap Slam. Monsters reflect 10% of elemental damage. I'm nervous to do that, so we're just gonna skip it. Not gonna do the Vol side area with that, since all we do is elemental damage, you know. It would be interesting to see what my DPS was prior to the patch with this build, and then the patch happened, and then, you know, everything got changed. I'd be curious to know how that affected my existing build, but there's really no way to go back and find out. Also, if you haven't done so already and you're playing and you haven't, again, if you haven't done this, make sure you go and update Path of Building. Make sure you have the most up-to-date version. Alright, let's go back home. I'm going to check any loot that I have. And then... I don't think I even picked up much because the item filter is a mess. Oh, no, it's not where I'm putting those. Burning damage support. I don't... oh, man, I really don't remember. I really don't remember. Okay, I'm going to get... Filter Blade up. Okay, so let's load up the Let's Play filter. Okay, so doing that just updated it to the latest version. I'm gonna check my overview, and we're gonna keep it NeverSync SC. We're gonna keep it normal. I don't think I have any special things here. My other one, I have lots of new special things for my Twitch streams, but we're gonna keep this. Now, if you're at this point in the game, and even though you've got the item filter, if things are still getting a little cluttered, we can bump this up to semi-strict, and it will decrease the amount of things that you see. But we're gonna keep it on regular, and I'm gonna do save and export, and I'm going to Can I do this? Upload filter directly to your PoE account. Hold on, I'm going to figure this out, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I updated all that, moved it to where it needed to go in my Windows Explorer, so we should be all on the up and up right now. We have a lot of stuff here. I don't remember most of this, actually, but okay, so we just made it to the Ravaged Square. Should I start at the top? That's the ossuary. Okay, so I need to go to the ossuary no matter what. It's right here. Oh, there's another thing. I just saw a note on the Filter Blade website that reminded me. If you collect item level 60 rare items off the ground, and you collect a whole set of them, you can trade them to the vendor for up to 2 chaos orbs. Alright, so I'm gonna try to keep that in mind while I'm looting and running around and stuff, just to see if anything comes up. Alright, our item filter is working, we're looking good. I'm looking good, I'm sure you are too. Alright, so this is an item level 69 Assassin's Mitts, unidentified rare item. So I'm gonna pick that up. And now if I pick up 2 rings, an amulet, a 2-handed weapon, or 2 one-handed weapons, an armor, a helmet, and a belt, all level 60 plus, and all rare, I will get. So here's a weapon. There's another pair of gloves. Just for demonstration purposes, I'm only gonna get 1 set. Normally, I would have a whole stash tab dedicated to the chaos recipe. Because in Trade League, you know, you need chaos orbs to trade with other players, so it's helpful to have a bunch of them, as many as possible. But yeah, so just on the lookout for items. You can identify them if you want to, but if any of the pieces are identified, you will only get one chaos orb. If they're unidentified, you get 2. So there's our armor piece that we can use. This ring won't work because it's rare. It's just magic level, not rare. Not yellow, it's blue. Okay, we have a new level up, and I want to see. Oh, there's a Trial of Ascendancy in here, so we got to make sure we do this. Locked door. All right. Yeah, just leap slam and blink through these traps if you can. Obviously, it's gonna hurt if you get caught, but you'll be alright. Use your Quicksilver. Shouldn't have too many problems. That was easy.
An emperor must know
That's it. So we can do the last Ascendancy. Okay, so we did that. Delivered the elixir to Whalem. We need to go to the reliquary. Search the ossuary for the Mortonomicon. Okay, we're gonna go do that. Divine Life Flask. I think we can use a better Life Flask. It's fine. Superior Ancient Greaves. That's showing because it's 4 linked sockets. I need some monsters to kill so I can get some charges on my Quicksilver Flask, please. There we go. Is Eternal bigger? 20,000? Yeah, okay, that's fine. I already have the armor that I need. Oh, this episode's coming out on Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Even if you don't celebrate, it doesn't take away from the fact that it's Christmas Day. Might is right. So Merry Christmas. Hope everything is going well for you. Alright, we got a new hideout option that we can use. Neat. the lightning shrine doing its business. Okay. So I can use this shield. So look, I've got this piece, this, and this. So I still need boots and gloves. Gloves? I have gloves, boots, and a bunch of other stuff, so it's okay. Oh, shoot. Clicked the wrong thing. No big deal. The Forbidden Archive. Bring that to Divinia. Okay. This is part of a different League mechanic as well called the Forbidden Sanctum, which we, of course, will not be getting into.
It would be wrong to do that here. Yeah.
Alright, we get 2 passive respec points. That's pretty cool. Talk to Divinia, and she will want us to do things. Alright, let's do this. So I'll show you. So basically, this is how I organize it. So I put this here, and I put this here, and this here, and the gloves there. And then when I get boots, they'll go down here. A belt, ring, amulet, and a helmet. But we don't have all that yet. I don't think I have this card either, so put that there. We've got currency items. Right. So we have a level up here. I want to kind of talk through some things based on a comment that was brought to my attention a few days ago. For me, it's a few days ago. For you watching this live, it's like a week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So I have a level up. Full passive skill reset. Oh boy. Because the game has updated. Shoot. Let me see. Because the game updated and the passive tree might be a little different, I need to do a little comparison here. But you know, somebody asked if I could explain better, like why I'm picking certain nodes. And honestly, right now, I could do that. But at the same time, we're not really building our own build right now, you know. We're following a guide, and somebody has done all the thinking for us, which is what I really like, because I just want to play the game. But one thing that I do want to kind of call out that was also mentioned is, so I can lose this. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lose this. I can't, because I need, okay, I see what I need to do. I need to grab this life node, but I need to lose this area of effect, so what I need to do is refund this one. Apply. Yes. We're going to grab this, and then this again. Alright. And now I can get rid of this one. And we need to come down here and figure out where I am. Right, I want to get this one. Cannot be stunned. Okay. So, yeah, I could sit here and explain every single node that I'm taking and why I'm taking it. That just seems like a waste of time, to be honest. Sorry to be so blunt, but, you know, I'm taking unwavering stance because the build guide tells me to. You know, but it's important to, I mean, I guess it's important to know what you're picking, and being able to not be stunned is great. Now, you know, with every good, there's a bad, and cannot evade enemy attacks. That means you're going to be getting hit, but we have a lot of life regen, we've got a lot of armor, so great. And being stunned is the worst, so having stun immunity is amazing, so that's why we picked that. Now, another thing I wanted to bring up is the same person, I think, asked about, like, you know, the reason why I find build guides so hard is because they put all these items in here, and what if I can't get that? You know, what do you do? So let me pull up right now to like level 60 to 80. Alright, so if I'm looking at this item here, this Abyssal Scepter, this is just a... It's just a... a sample item that the person who made this build guide created for this purpose, right? Just to show us what you can get. So he's saying that I should get 30% increased elemental damage, 20% to fire damage over time multiplier, and 40% increased fire damage. That is kind of like the goal. Get that. If you can't get that, get what works. You know, if you can get something that has the elemental damage implicit, get as high of one as you possibly can find. If you find one that has fire damage over time multiplier, pick that up. And everything else can kind of fall in line. If I go a little bit more to, like, say 31 to 40. Okay, so this is a little bit more like, you may, mid-game you may see this stuff. So this is just a magic scepter, like a example scepter that just has elemental damage on it and increased fire damage. And then in purple there he's got other modifiers that would be great to have, but you may not achieve that. You may not be able to get +1 to fire gems or fire damage over time, but whatever of those you can get will help you. The most important thing, I would say, the most important things for getting this build going is elemental damage, like fire damage, damage over time, and your resistances. Getting your resistances going and your items, your item sockets correct, that's like the biggest thing. Everything else you can kind of play around with, because you're gonna be worried so much about your resistances. Like this gladiator helmet. This is he's got it as a rare item, a gold, yellow item with fire resistance and lightning resistance. Okay, but there's room for 4 more modifiers on this thing, 3 more if you count the crafted life on there. So, and you don't even need fire resistance and lightning resistance on the helmet. This is just an example item. If you get your fire resistance and lightning resistance on your armor piece, awesome. Just max out the thing, like max out your resistances, try to get as much life as possible, and life regen for this build specifically. Well, that is probably going to change with the updates, because I think the updated version of Righteous Fire scales off of mana, so it may need mana pool. I don't know. This is why it's difficult to kind of talk about this right now. But it's basically find what you can get, do the best you can, and prioritize your resistances, life, and regen. Your damage will fall in line. If you start having trouble killing monsters, look for more damage. Try to find, fire damage, damage over time. All of this will come to you. It's just a matter of, yes, there's a matter of luck. There is P2P trading, so we'll get into trading after we beat Act 10. But the way that it is now, with this current, well, I don't know, it's weird. It's just so weird for me to talk about this, because this build that you're watching right now is kind of dead, so we'll just have to wait and see. I keep saying that, wait and see, wait and see, wait and see. But that's what it is. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens, see how far we can go, and then, I am tempted to just start another Righteous Fire playthrough after we kind of, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe we'll finish to the acts. We'll get to Act 10. I'll talk about trading, and then start back up again new in the new year with the new Righteous Fire in whatever the new version of it has to be. That's a really good idea. That's how I'm leaning right now. Forgive my stream of consciousness. This is how I come up with ideas. Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to be it. And then instead of going as slowly as we have been, maybe pick up the pace a little bit. I still want to explain everything, even I'll call it Season 2. I still want to explain everything that's happening, but I think that's what I'll do, is we'll start a new Righteous Fire character with the new build guides and stuff, and we'll do the exact same thing. We'll follow the guide, go through the campaign, go slowly, maybe not 23 hours to get to the final act of the game. but yeah, we'll see how it goes. But the main thing right now is we have to beat Act 10 and get to the end game. So that is gonna be it for me today. Thank you so much for hanging out and listening to my ramblings. Obviously more to come. Merry Christmas. This is the second episode of Christmas Day, so not another one until tomorrow. Boxing Day, if you celebrate that. I do not, nor do I know what you do on Boxing Day. But, yeah, I am going to go edit this down and then go to my blood work and eat so much food I will probably explode. All the links you need to know are down in the description. Feel free to check out the playlist for this build and also the playlist for my Twitch streams for longer, basically unedited content of me playing my whatever I'm streaming builds. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Merry Christmas, and I will see you next time.